Alright, with Death Battle starting up its next season coming up soon, tomorrow I do believe it is, with He-Man vs. Lion-O, I figured I'd go ahead and give y'all my top Death Battles that I personally would love to see, in no particular order. Okay, I'm going to start with the ultimate question, Pirates versus Ninjas. In this fight that I would personally love to see, it's going to be, on the Pirate side, Cervantes de Leon from Soul Calibur, and on the Ninja side, Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden. Face it, who wouldn't want to see Soul Calibur's Plunderer of the High Seas up against the modern day Super Ninja? I'm going to leave it at that. Next up is going to be a cat fight that should be one for the record books. Naming similarities aside, mind you, this battle is going to be Sakura Haruno from Naruto against Sakura Kazugano from Street Fighter. Now, I think we've seen the extent of Sakura Haruno's power in Naruto Chapter 632, which just released this week. I personally think it'd be a pretty good fight. Now, the next three battles I'm going to discuss are going to be three sword fights. And I'm going to start with Gallery Gabriev from the Slayers against Roronoa Zoro from One Piece. How well can Zoro's Santoryu, or three-sword style, go up against Gallery and the Sword of Light? Think about it. Alright, I'm pulling another swordsman out of the Slayers again. This time I'm putting Zelgadis Greywords up against Link from The Legend of Zelda. Now, we've already seen Link in one death battle in Season 1 up against Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. But Link had a distinct advantage with all of his tools up against Cloud with serious anger management issues. In this battle, we could possibly see Link at a disadvantage because some of his weapons might not exactly work against Zelgadis' chimeric body and his magic. How do you think the battle would go? Now, the final sword fight I'm going to be discussing right now is going to be Samurai versus Samurai. Heishiro Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur against Himura Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. How well would Mitsurugi and his sword be able to go up against Kenshin with the Sakamoto Shinuchi and the Hiten Mitsurugi style? Can Heishiro Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur go up against that kind of speed? Now, we haven't seen any team battles in Death Battle just yet, and this is one I do believe could be one for the ages. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers against the First Class X-Men. Cyclops, Angel, Beast, Iceman, and Jean Grey. Yes, I know Jean Grey with the Phoenix is practically a goddess, but you know as well as I do that the X-Men are going to need some serious firepower once the Power Rangers pull out the Zords. And wherever the Power Rangers are, there's going to be a Zord battle. Who better to go up against the Megazord than the Phoenix? This next death battle is going to be Marvel versus DC. This battle is going to be Batman versus Captain America. Both are at the peak, the pinnacle of human performance. Captain America being the super soldier, Batman being the world's greatest detective. In an outright battle, who would prevail? Now this next battle is going to be Speed versus Speed. Sonic versus Rainbow Dash. Both of them have won death battles before. Sonic against Mario and Rainbow Dash against Starscream. But can Sonic win out against Rainbow Dash's speed? I've seen some people say that Sonic has been able to go faster than light. I do not quite know if that's even physically possible, seeing how Sonic is basically earthbound. I would love some kind of confirmation on this. If anybody knows, please give me an email. But can Sonic deal with Rainbow Dash's speed? Now, this next fight is going to be the ultimate magical death battle. It's going to pit Lena Inverse from the Slayers against Saruman the White from The Lord of the Rings. Anybody who's read Tolkien's classic epic trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, knows the extent of Saruman's power. Can he really stand up to Lena Inverse? And on the opposite side of that, who would not want to see Saruman on the receiving end of a dragon slave? And finally, the last battle I would really love to see done is going to be a battle of starships. The SSV Normandy SR2 versus the USS Enterprise D in both a ship-to-ship and away team battle. Now, does the Normandy have the power to stand up to the Enterprise ship-to-ship, even if you can't factor in Edie? And second question being, can the crew of the Enterprise in a straight-up battle stand up to the crew of the Normandy? Now, as far as the away teams go, I've gone ahead and chosen and tried to balance out the away teams. On the side of the Enterprise, you have Commander William T. Riker, you have Worf the Klingon, you have the android Data, and you have Geordi LaForge from engineering. On the side of the Normandy, you have Commander Shepard. Now, my Shepard was soldier, spacer, war hero, along with the Krogan Grunt, Edie, the unshackled AI from Mass Effect, and inner body from Mass Effect 3, and Tali'Zorah, the Quarian engineer. How well can the crew of the Enterprise in a land battle of away teams stand up to the crew of the Normandy, and how well can the Normandy stand up to the outright power of a Galaxy-class starship like the Enterprise D? That is the question. Well, there you have it. The top 10 death battles I would personally love to see. If anyone has any ideas or wants to comment on these death battle ideas, feel free to shoot me an email or comment, rate, subscribe, I don't care which. This is just something I thought would be a fun idea to work on. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the new season of Death Battle, to seeing the new fights come along, especially He-Man vs. Lion-O, which is coming out tomorrow. To the guys at Screw Attack, I say keep on rocking. You guys are doing great work. And to all you folks that are still bitching about Goku vs. Superman, I'll say it now. Quit your bitching. We always knew Superman was way too overpowered. Well, that's it for me. See ya.